to talk to our good friend Joe Namath, who joined us last Monday, and the whole world took notice of what he said. And now we wanted to have him on today to see what he thought of yesterday's performance by Zach. Joe, boy, you made a lot of news yesterday, last Monday on the show. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Doing well.
All right, so watching yesterday, Joe, has your opinion changed at all on Zach Wilson?
Well, he played well. He played pretty darn good, and that's what we want to see. Believe me, now I am a Jet fan. I want us to do well. I get fed up whenever something goes wrong, of course, and tired of losing. But Zach did some positive things yesterday, and he certainly we know he has athletic ability. We know he has good feet. He can run around, and we know he has a strong arm. And he showed that again. Yeah, he showed it yesterday. But it's the mistakes that hurt us a bit.
So it just feels like, Joe, that it's a confidence thing. Because he was able to beat the Bills when nobody really expected him to. Everybody thought they were going to get blown out by Kansas City. Is this someone that just mentally, when things are expected, he melts down, and when things are unexpected, he seems to loosen up?
I don't know. You know, Coach Solid knows him. I've not been with him. We all have bad plays. We make some mistakes out there, you know, but it's not consistent. And man, things are moving so fast out there. Just a little thing, you know, like a snap that's low and to the left of the hip, just the eyes leaving the ball looking to read the defense, you see, can cause you to bobble the ball or drop it. So many little things go on. The guy's got physical ability, I know that, and he's going to get better and better and better. I can only hope that.
So Joe, the thing that everyone's coming out, we got phone calls and people on social media saying, so is Joe going to go back and change his mind on what he said last week? So let me ask you, have you changed your mind from last week?
What did I say last week?
The direct quote was, you didn't see anything there. Something like that, to that effect.
Oh, something like that.
It was a Jewish holiday, Joe. I had to catch up after, but I know it wasn't positive.
Hey, help him out, Don. Wait a minute.
Well, no, listen. You said what everybody said about Zach, but I guess what the better thing to do.
We lost the game. I was fed up. I probably said I was fed up. I'm tired of him. Let's move on. You know, when you lose as your fan, you're really frustrated. And they're not going to, I didn't think for a minute they're going to get rid of him, but of course they're going to stick with him, and he's going to improve. Hopefully he's going to keep improving. And hopefully we'll start winning some games.
Well, I guess the big thing was that you went scorched earth. You wanted everybody gone. Was that accurate, or was that just Joe kind of losing it because the team was losing?
Yeah, I wouldn't keep him. I've seen enough of Zach Wilson was the hardest line you had.
Yeah, that was a PO'd fan. I tell you that. That was me. Yeah, that's right. I said it, I take it back now. I hope he stays for 10 years. 10 more. He'll be playing well.
Joe, did you get a lot of phone calls and messages last week? People reaching out to you?
No, I don't deal with the telephone too much.
Well, you definitely left an impression with a lot of people on what you said, because I guess you understand it, that it's not just me or you, it's Joe Namath saying it. You're the face of the franchise, so people take what you say to heart.
Well, if I wasn't emotional about winning and losing, if I didn't care, then I wouldn't be saying these things. I just happen to care a great deal whether we win or lose, and I keep saying we because I am a fan and have been for a long time. I don't like losing. I like to see the guys playing really well, you know? I don't like seeing mistakes. I don't like seeing interceptions or fumbles, and I lived it. I know. You throw 5 in one game and see how much your own team likes you. In the locker room. We've been through those kind of things, man. I want us to win.
So take me through it from a quarterback's eyes, Joe. When a quarterback fumbles a snap like that, what has gone wrong? Is he looking at something else? What happens when a quarterback fumbles what was a fairly decent snap?
It was low left hip.
Okay.
It was the left hip. Now, the ball snapped coming back. His eyes are on the ball. And as any receiver has done before in their lifetime, they've taken their eyes off the ball the last second, split second, to see what's happening, He took his eyes off the ball that last split second to read the defense or to look for the receiver. You can't tell what the defense is going to do every time until the ball snaps. I mean, they're not going to telegraph what kind of defense they're in. But when that ball snaps, so the defense is going to be going in a direction, and that's what he was looking for. Which way the safety or the inside guy, even where the outside guy, which direction he's going to know where his receiver's going. He took his eye off the ball. That was a simple thing. However, the center's not happy about his snap. The ball was on the left hip low. You'd like the ball straight back to you, right in the gut or on the right side a little bit if you're a right-hander. He had to take his eyes off the read to look down here, but then he looked up and the ball just did not stick in his hands. The ball's not always a tight spiral either. It's twisting a little bit. He took his eyes off the ball to look at the coverage or the receiver just that fast, man, and it turned into the fumble.
Joe, did you see enough upside last night with those back shoulder passes? The touchdown passes were wonderful. No big mistakes. Did you see enough last night to give you some hope in the coming weeks that Zach could improve?
I saw he could do it, of course. Those are accurate throws. If he's throwing the back shoulder, that's right. They throw to the back shoulder a lot of the times, and that was terrific. Sometimes if that receiver has a step on the guy, he's going to throw it over top and not on the back shoulder. We all wish we had perfect accuracy every time we throw the ball. But sometimes even Mother Nature comes into play, and it blows the ball a little bit. Hey, he had a pretty darn good game last night against a very good football team. The entire team had a good game last night. We just didn't win. We just didn't finish it off, man. But Kansas City's a strong team. Everyone knows that.
All right, so I'm curious about this, Joe, just because we know you so well. How do you consume the Jet game? You're sitting there alone watching the game? Do you have your family there? And when they don't do something right, do you throw things? How does Joe Namath react during the game?
I know I don't throw things. I'm more verbal than vocal. I'm more vocal than anything else. I watch it with my daughter, and she. We don't let the little children, the 7-year-old or the 3-year-old hang out in the room. We get a little verbal. Yeah. We express our feelings.
The other thing we wanted to clear up, Joe, is you told us you had not met Zach. Zach said he had met you his rookie season.
You see that? They say your memory goes. The older you get, man, you forget some things. I'm sorry. The rookie season, that was 3 years ago already, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I'm glad I met him, and I'm pulling for him, man.
So you won't confirm or deny. You'll just take Zach's word for it. I love it. Yeah. But so the other thing, too, so that led to, because let's be honest, we have conversations, and we'll talk to you.
Wait a minute. You just used the phrase, let's be honest.
Yes.
Now, why would you say that? Haven't you been honest?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, but what I mean by honest is that what I want to do.
Let's be honest.
Right.
I am honest.
Yeah, absolutely, and I am too.
You are honest, that's for sure.
But why do you have to say it?
I get. Well, it's a crutch. Yeah. It's a crutch. Let's be forward. What we say when you're not on is the same we'll say when you are on, and we sparked a lot of conversation after you were on with us last week, and dove into the relationship you currently have with the Jets. And we speculated that if you had not met Zach, what's going on? You're an idol. Why aren't you meeting everybody? Why aren't you there more often? How is your relationship with the New York Jets?
I'm a fan. I'm pulling for him hard. We haven't talked. I haven't talked to anybody in the organization except in the administrative part of it. COVID happened, man, we didn't travel for 2 years. Here we're in the third end of the year, right? But did no traveling at all. So And Woody and I and Christopher, we don't talk on the phone. You know, we're not sociable guys. Whenever I've been to the games before that, they were kind enough to have me in the box and having a wonderful time with the children, visiting with them. But I haven't had any contact with any of the ownership or the coaches or whatever. I'm a fan. You know, you got to buy a ticket to get in.
Joe, to be honest, I mean, just to keep down this.
There you go again.
Three more forward.
All right, sorry. To continue down this path of real talk, to continue with the real talk, we talk about this when you're not here. I've interviewed everyone in the world in music and sport. We adore you. We love talking to you, and you're an icon in the city. I think I speak for all three of us in saying it sort of bothers us that you're not brought in a bit more. Would you want to or hope that they would reach out and say, hey, Joe, come to a game, be on the sideline, come meet all the players? Because it kind of feels like with someone like you who means so much to this franchise, the only Super Bowl in history, it sort of feels like you should be more a part of the team, no?
No, not necessarily. The ownership has changed. Things have changed over the years. So I don't, I'm not a pushy guy, and if I don't get invited someplace, I normally don't go unless I buy a ticket, and that's usually movie theater, you know, or what's your performance down at the theater, not the ballpark.
Will you go to the Jets-Dolphins game when they're in Miami?
No, I don't believe so. No, well, what it is, you're turning a 3-hour day into about 6 hours.
I agree with that part.
So,
you're absolutely right.
So it kind of sounds to me like, yeah, you could be closer, but you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I got everything healthy, and I'm still looking for the green and white man to make the playoffs.
Well, good stuff, Joe. Thank you for coming on with us. You know how we feel about you, and you've always been great with us.
We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we really do.
Let's be honest.
Thank you, and Don and Peter, too. And I've always enjoyed visiting with you, to be honest with you.
Yeah, to be honest with you, we love you too, buddy.
Thanks, Joe.
Let me tell you the truth.
Listen, a national treasure. I don't know why Woody wouldn't get on the phone just to experience what we did for the last 15 minutes.
Thank you, Joe.
Honestly. What's
Thanks,
Woody
Joe.
got going on?